Before it's all over the comments section, yes, this is a Snuggie, and no, I don't know where I got it. Now, if you've been following my Twitter, which I'm not sure if you have, but you can find me at @officiallychad on Twitter. So, go ahead and follow me. I'm quite amusing on there, if I do say so myself. But if you do follow me on Twitter, you've probably known that I've been sick for probably about the past 2 weeks. And last week, I didn't make a video, and I'm sorry. I tried, and it just didn't go very well. I kept coughing in the middle of it. Everything was bad. I lost my voice. There was just no way for me to physically do it. Like, literally, I physically couldn't. Like, I just didn't have a voice. So, I still have a little bit of a rasp in my voice, but I'm able to speak and not cough up a lung in the process. But while I was sick, I thought of the things that I could do while sick, and the things that weren't so bad about being sick. So in the process of being sick, I came up with a list of the 5 best things to do while you're sick. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is probably something that we all want to do on a daily basis, but we just can't. There's just no way for us to do it. We have to go out and see people and do things and, just be adults or kids. Kids have responsibilities too. We all have to be responsible at some point. But when we're sick, we get away with wearing whatever we want. So number 5 is dressing like a bum. Now, I basically wore these Pikachu slippers for the past, 2 weeks. I wore them outside. I wore them to my car. I wore them while taking out the trash. I nearly wore them to the store. I wanted to, but I didn't want to get them ruined. And also, I've been wearing hats, just like hats. Instead of doing my hair, I just put on a hat. And no one seems to think anything of it because they just think I'm sick. And it's true, I am sick, but I'm not too sick anymore to where I can't do my hair. So now I'm just kind of getting to the point where I just don't feel like doing it, and I'm being lazy and putting on a hat and coughing a little bit extra so that people think I'm too sick to do my hair. And if dressing like a bum wasn't good enough, there's number 4. Number 4 might be my favorite. It's a hard press, but it might be my favorite, and that is eating everything in sight. At least while in certain sicknesses, you might not want to eat. But when you're like the generic cold sickness that you get every year, you want to eat everything in sight. You just want to eat warm comfort foods. And I've been eating soup and a lot of candy. I'm not gonna lie, after Halloween came, I had a lot of extra candy hanging around. And I'm not gonna lie, my waistline has probably taken a hit or two in the past 2 weeks with the amount that I've been eating and the sugar intake that my body has consumed. It's alright. Just because you've taken a little bit of a hit for 2 weeks doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I always lived by the saying, feed a cold, starve a fever. So if you have a cold, just feed it. Feed it with food, hot liquids, the whole thing, the whole 9, comfort foods and all. Just feed the fuck out of it, you'll feel better in no time. And even if you don't feel better per se, at least your insides will feel better and there'll be some form of comfort in your tummy. And then there's number 3. The generic be lazy. There's nothing better than doing nothing. There are times when I'm so consumed with everything that I'm doing that I can't even get a moment of peace inside my head. Even if I'm sleeping, I'm still racing in my head because there's so many things I need to do. So having nothing to do and being lazy is amazing. It is pure bliss when you have nothing to do. Granted, there's the flip side of that. Sometimes if you have too much time where you have nothing to do, you kind of get a little depressed and blah, blah, blah. But in this instance, I had way too much to do and it felt good to not do a damn thing. And then we move on to number 2. Binge watching your stories. If you're anything like me and you have Netflix, you're just going to sit there and watch it until the series is done or until you catch up, which is the worst. I hate catching up on a series. I'd rather finish a series for good than catch up and have to wait now. I am so jaded at this point. My whole lifestyle has changed. I remember having to sit there and wait for a whole season to go through, so I'd have to wait until next week to see the next episode. Now, I'm so used to just having it right there in front of me. but this gives me the opportunity to binge watch. And I find new TV shows to watch every day on Netflix. And currently, I have a recommendation. It is after Halloween, yes, but it is one of my favorite shows right now. It is a little ridiculous on the storyline, but I suggest the show iZombie. Season 2 finally appeared on Netflix. I've been waiting for it for over a year to come on here, and I've just been enjoying the fuck out of it. So if you like zombies and you like crime shows, it's a mixture of both. It's a zombie crime show. It sounds dumb in theory, but if you get past some of the dumb, it's really fun. It's really good, and the acting's not terrible. It's actually pretty good acting. So I highly suggest it. iZombie, look it up. It's on Netflix. You might be able to find it on Hulu. I'm not exactly sure, but Netflix has it for sure. I know that. And then finally, number 1. Drugging up with all these wonderful drugs and going to sleep. Like, it may be difficult to sleep sometimes when you're sick, but there are drugs for that, and they help you sleep sometimes. Like, I might as well just drink this right out of the bottle right now, because I've never had a better sleep until I started drinking this. Not saying to do this all the time, but when you're sick, it does help, and it is very, very peaceful, usually. I mean, I still wake up every once in a while and have a coughing fit, but other than that, I'm fine. And it does suck being sick. I'm not gonna say that it feels great being sick, but you know what? While I'm sick, I might as well do some things that I don't have time to do that often. So I'm enjoying my free time by doing nothing but eating and binge watching. Like, that's just the American way. At least now it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, wish me well, because I'm right on the edge of being better, but like, it's got a little bit. Come on, immune system. Get back with me. And don't forget, I have social media. You can follow me. It's all in the description below. It's like right there. As well as my other channel, WhatsItToYa Productions, is also in the description. You can find it. There's a link down there. So until next time, my little sickos,